And today we also decided to do a little fundraising for our new initiative, which called Jewish Art Initiative. And that will be a very, very interesting initiative. It should combine together and bring together many, many different Jewish arts and culture and history and knowledge and education all together. It will be exhibitions, workshops, art presentations, theater, maybe some poetry, music, dance, all of it together. Because why we thought about it, and with our partners here, with Kehelat Israel, Mishkan Tefillah, and others, also with combined Jewish philanthropies, to whom we represented right now only the idea, not the full proposal was made yet. But why it became important to us? You know, many of us, Russian-speaking Jews, grew up without any knowledge about its culture. I'm not talking about religion right now. I'm talking about culture, about art. We were cut it off from any possibility to learn it, unless it was underground. And for example, I did grow up with many cultures around me: Russian, Ukrainian, I don't know, Polish, Hungary, Czech. I do dances from practically all countries in the world. I knew all of them, but I had no idea how to dance any Jewish dance, any Israel dance, any klezmer dance, until I become like 25, something like that. And many other things were hidden to us, except Shalom Aleichem. We practically didn't know any other Yiddish writer. Or we know Levitan, but we don't know any, and Chagall, but he was actually open for Russian, for the Soviet Union, but the rest of artists was closed for us and forbidden. And here we would like to open for everybody the possibility to learn, to explore, to be seen, for young people, for young artists, for young musicians, young performers or painters, to do all of it together and know that they have real support of their back. If they will not give them that support, who will? For us, it's a development of a real Jewish culture structure here at this campus is become, I believe, very important. Am I right? Yeah, that's the president of TI, David Williams. And I would talk for a long time. I also would like to acknowledge what we have very big guest here today as well among us. I'm very glad that he came. It's Daniel Agronov, Deputy Consul of Consulate Israel to New England. He is here. He is young, he is Russian speaking. If you will, after concert, when you will enjoy dinner, you can start to ask him some things and talk to him, but be nice. Don't remember he is official. But he's today, are you official today or not? So. He was always the president Israel. And today is Israel like present with us, and also a part of this program, of course, is will be Israeli art, of course. And here we will prepare exhibition hall together with possibility to do real exhibits and also displays. Everything will be in plans, will be made here. And thank for those who helping us already to make it happen. For example, those who running from Russia with art, Alessia and Jerry, they helping us to create this professional environment. And of course, today I appreciated all of people who helped me to create all of this atmosphere here, and you, of course, for coming. And the rest is yours.
Thank you, Vladimir. And good evening, everybody. Let's have some fun. All right, are you prepared? Are you ready? Okay, so part of my presentation, the best part of it has already been done. And let me tell you something. You couldn't find the worst speaker, worst host than me for tonight. Because I was preparing for something like like family gathering together and, celebrating his anniversary. All of a sudden it grows out into a show, which I'm supposed to host. And I had no idea how to do that because my feeling is like, imagine yourself being in your pajamas and you're saying goodnight to your children, you imagine there's a room full of people. So this is my situation right now, but we'll try to figure out. Tonight's theme is Shtetl, and it's all about a community, it's all about sharing, it's all about giving your best to your neighbors. So tonight we're going to have a lot of people from different walks of life, different performances. There will be dancers, there will be singers, there will be poetry recited, so everything, and there will be different cultures, different languages sounding in this wonderful audience. So I would like to start with somebody who has a little poem to recite. Now, again, let's come back to a little this family atmosphere. Imagine there's a family gathering, and imagine you are the members of that family coming together to somebody's house to celebrate his occasion. In this case, it's the anniversary. And always in this kind of atmosphere, in this kind of environment, there is a child who recites a poem. All right, so the first person I'm going to invite to recite the poem, she is so young and she's so charming. She easily qualifies for fitting that role of a little child reciting the poem. Zhenya. Please welcome Zhenya.
It was a wonderful introduction. I really enjoyed it. Since everybody started speaking English here, I feel kind of awkward because my poem is on Russian. So I'm sorry. What it's gonna be is a happy birthday poem. Unfortunately, for those who do not speak Russian, oh well. Привет, друг мой, привет. Хочу поздравить с днем рождения. Желаю жизнь прожить без бед и без немого сожаления. Для нас открыл ты двери в дом, где ты директор и учитель. Как будто явью стал тот сон, что нам представлена обитель. Мы новых ждем твоих побед, концертов, праздников и буден. Живи еще десятки лет, тебя мы очень любим.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, how about a little kiss from a little girl? Yeah, okay. So this is how they actually do it, I believe, in little settlements, in little families, when everybody knows everybody. And again, I also thought of the theme of tonight's event as of, hospitable host, the owner of the house, the master of the house, inviting you over and serving you dishes and various dishes. So let's perceive every number that you're going to see as dishes. So imagine what I've just done is like cold starters. And also what you're going to see in a few minutes is somebody who is very important in Shtetl, is a person who is always respected and is always, reciting something and he's sharing the wisdom. As I said, it's all about sharing. So the person who you're going to see in a few minutes is someone who shares the wisdom from old books. And everybody enjoys that because it's your relation to your past, it's your relation to your ancestors. But sometimes those serious people, like very serious people, they also get a little bit naughty, and sometimes they allow themselves a little bit of a liberty, and this is what we're going to see. And I would like to you to join me to welcome our local rabbi. Rebbe, please do come in. The music, please. Okay. That was one hot rabbi. Okay, so that, as I said, so the hot starters are over, and as I said, there'll be lots of poems recited tonight. Now, as we gave the floor to the youngest member of our little shtetl, I'm gonna give the floor to the lady of the house, so to speak, and I would like to welcome Anya Kaplan. Please join me in welcoming her.
The same as it was this lady who recited her verses. My verses is going to be in Russian too. For the people who don't speak any Russian, please relax. You don't even have to plot since you won't understand anything. But what I've got to tell everybody that our son was in this Russian Jewish school that Vladimir founded many, many years ago, and our son went through all the years of this school. And in my little verses, there will be a small piece on the subject, but not Russian-speaking people can relax. Наш Володя 55. Мы собрались здесь опять, чтобы Володеньку поздравить, кто на пати будет править. Нам Володя тут сказал, что отличником он стал. Лично мы тут не согласны. Он всегда все делал классно. Сына Сэмку обучал, чтоб в еврействе вырастал. В землю праотцов отправил, там бар-мицву классно справил. Свадьбы, мицвы, бар и бат, танцевать на них он рад. Шабатоны, пурим-шпили, все мы это посетили. Да, чуть мы не позабыли, что спектакли тоже были. К нам артистов приглашал, нам культуру повышал. Тут всего не перечислить. А еще ведь он счастливчик. Женя, Таня его любят и в болезнях приголубят. О болезнях мы не будем, лучше мы их позабудем. Сын, жена, работа, кров. Все имеешь. Мазал тов.
Thank you. Yeah, so you know what? The most beautiful part of this little performance was that it was totally ex-pronto. It was just like literally 5 minutes before this evening started. I said, I would like to say a couple of words, and that's going to be a poem. I said, oh yeah, really? Because I was really missing some numbers, and that was excellent. That was great. And you know what? That creates kind of a little bit of a feeling that you are a part of this little celebration too, not just spectators, not just sitting there and enjoying it, but also taking part of it. So, and I'm looking at the first row here, and I'm looking at the one who is really willing to give her input as well. Please, please join me in welcoming Nina Basanina.
I'm sorry, but my poetry in Russian language. I have read a couple poetry. Юбилейная. Ну, ныне зачастили юбилеи. Ветерком вечерним сладко веет. Может, время движется быстрее, может, мы ускоренно взрослеем. Нам твердили в детстве, да и дальше, вдалбливая равенство основы, поприкрывшись оптимизмом фальши, что в здоровом теле дух здоровый. Только жизнь какая все же прелесть. Скроено где жестко, где тонко. Видели мы, как же насмотрелись их здоровяков с гнилой душонкой. А нынче ж, начитавшись и прослышав о различных мудрецах восточных, уяснили, дух важнее и выше, ну а тело так, лишь оболочка. Вот, к примеру, у нашего Володи мысль остра, и дух не увядаем. Оболочку Бергено в меру, мелкие прорехи не считаем. Потому что только духа зрелость в этой жизни главная награда. Это умным большего бы хотелось. Ну, а мудрым большего не надо. И второе стихотворение, посвященное Израилю. «Стена плача». Уже погас над древним городом закат, и суета и шум остались позади. На пост вступает молодой солдат, он автомат приладил на груди. Сюда, к стене, идут со всех концов страны. Здесь молится и плачется иначе, как будто слезы льются из стены, и потому ее зовут стеною плач. А дальше памятной горы закат и склон мерцает, будто в искрах звездной пыли. Там высечены тысячи имен, чтоб павших те, кто живы, не забыли. Вокруг так тихо, травы вышли в рост, сады посажены, они парят цветенья, но в сердце каждое стучится холокост набатом памяти и предостережения. А ночь течет, уж тени не видны, все мягче, все слабее отцвет лунный, и скоро сменит часового у стены другой солдат, как тот, такой же юный. Настанет новый день, нас, как обычно, ждут труды, заботы, горести, удачи. Молись за мир, где стену назовут стеною радости, а не стеною плача.
Thank you very much. I always envied the people who can recite the poems by heart. That was my struggle in the school years, and I really tip my hat to those people. You certainly see there will be a lot of things going on this stage, and some of them truly unexpected. And what are you doing? I'm trying to host a show here. Really now? Really? This is what you do when you... Okay, who's in charge here? My goodness.
Este tango que es burlón y compadrito, si a todos alas la ambición de mi suburbio. Con este tango nació el tango y como un grito salió del sórdido barrial buscando el cielo. Conjuro extraño de un amor hecho cadencia que abrió camino sin más ley que su esperanza. Mezcla de rabia, de dolor, de fe, de ausencia, llorando en la inocencia de un ritmo juguetón. Por tu milagro de notas saboreras nacieron sin pensarlo las paicas y las crelas. Luna en los charcos, canchengue en las caderas y una ansia fiera en la manera de querer.
Touch your lips and all at once the sparks go flying. Those devil lips that know so well the art of lying. Though I see the danger still, the flame grows higher. I know I must surrender to your kiss of fire. Just like a torch, you set the soul within me burning. I must go on, I'm on this road of no returning. And though it burns me and it turns me into ashes, my whole world crashes without your kiss of fire. I can't resist you. What good is there in trying? What good is there in denying? You're all that I desire. Since first I kissed you, my heart was yours completely. If I'm a slave, then it's a slave I want to be. Don't pity me. Don't pity me. Give me your lips, the lips you only let me borrow. Love me tonight and let the devil take tomorrow. I know that I must have your kiss, although it dooms me, consumes me. The kiss of fire.
That was Olga Lulkar. Yeah, you got me there. Finally, we started getting numbers which do not require translation. So what we're going to be doing next is, this is my favorite part, when people get together and they've been sitting and having a drink for quite a long time, they tend to relax, and when they have children around and the lights go dim and the elderly start telling fairy tales. And so I would like to invite you to a little bit of the days when you were young, when you were kids, and when you heard the stories, the fairy tales, when people could fly, and all those beautiful wonders that you know and you cherish in your hearts till the rest of your days. And one of those stories are going to be shared through a song which is going to be performed by Zia. Thank you. That was Zia. Okay. You know what? In any gathering of this type, when the friends and family come to visit somebody who's celebrating whatever, in this case it's an anniversary, there's always this guy with a guitar who always has some favorite songs that is sung by everybody, regardless of whether they have a sense of tune, they have the sense of humor or whatever. If they can't sing or they cannot, they're in such a state they will be singing all together. So I invite you to join this guy with the guitar, who's going to be singing the songs that we all know, and his name is Vladimir Fedorov. And surprisingly enough, there's always somebody who wants to join him in performing the song. And this is again the song that you all know, so you're all welcome to sing along. So please welcome back Zia.
Just a moment of technical setup. Okay.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the third, the fifth, the minor chord, the major lift, the method keep composing. Hallelujah.
Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. I saw you bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew a hallelujah. Baby, I've been here before. I know this room and I walk this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch, but love is not a victory march. It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah.
Maybe there's a God above, but all I ever was found to shoot somebody who had to. It's not a cry you can hear tonight. It's not somebody who's in the light. It's cold and it's broken. Hallelujah.
now we're gonna sing in Russian.
Вновь о том, что день уходит с земли, в час вечерний спой мне. Этот день, быть может, где-то вдали мы не однажды вспомним. Вспомним, как прозрачный месяц плывет над ночной прохладой. Лишь о том, что все пройдет, вспоминать не надо. Лишь о том, что все пройдет, вспоминать не надо. Все пройдет, и печаль, и радость, все пройдет. Так устроен свет, все пройдет. Только верить надо, что любовь не проходит, нет. Спой о том, как вдаль плывут корабли, не сдаваясь бурям. Спой о том, что ради нашей любви весь этот мир придуман. Спой о том, что биться не устает, сердце с сердцем рядом. Лишь о том, что все пройдет, вспоминать не надо. Лишь о том, что все пройдет, вспоминать не надо. Все пройдет, и печаль, и радость, все пройдет. Так устроен свет, все пройдет, все пройдет. Только верить надо, что любовь не проходит, нет. Вновь о том, что день уходит с земли, ты негромко спой мне. Этот день, быть может, где-то вдали мы не однажды вспомним. Вспомним, как звезда всю ночь напролет смотрит синим взглядом. Лишь о том, что все пройдет, вспоминать не надо. Лишь о том, что все пройдет, вспоминать не надо. Все пройдет, все пройдет, и печаль, и радость, все пройдет, все пройдет. Так устроен свет, все пройдет. Только верить надо, что любовь не проходит, нет, не проходит, нет, не проходит, нет.
Thank you. That was Vladimir Fedorov and Zia.
Thank you very much.
Is there a way for me to get in front of this place? Because there's a lot of people at this point. You see, they're throwing things, and I want to keep this place tidy. And is there a way I can be alone on this stage? Thank you. Because there comes a time after the guitar guy. A lot of people have had enough drink by now. They can't just sit or stand still. They just want to dance. And it also coincides so that it's the high time for the salad. As you remember, in the beginning I said the theme of tonight is not only the Shtetl, but also a host serving dishes. So it's time for salad. And by salad, I mean the next number is a mix. When in the salads, we typically put our favorite ingredients, and those who like and digest easily. So in the next number, it's indeed a salad. It's a mix of cultures. You'll see the costumes, you'll hear the music, you'll see the moves from different cultures, from Russian, Polish, Ukrainian, you name it, and you'll notice it, and I would not hold you any longer, I would not hold you any longer, so I would like to invite the Troika. That was Vladimir Fedorov, Feigenman, Olga Lulko, and Tatiana Hill. I really felt like in a circus, not like one of those animals in the middle of that arena. But what they call a Sprechtonmeister or something like that. So I acquired that kind of false positive tone. Anyway, so what's going to be what I'm really happy to see around here is that when I announced this is kind of our guest coming to somebody's house, I didn't expect the master of the house dancing in the first place. But and that's very, very nice to see. Always nice to see. So we've had our salad. We've had our hot starters, and the guy with the guitar would never go away, and he would like to come back with more songs. This is the time when we certainly will join him again. I'm not sure what he's going to be singing now because there's no easy way of getting rid of him tonight. But he's a friend of mine. I can say whatever I want. You know what? That's the funny thing. When you want to say whatever you want to the best people you know. The people you don't know, you're very nice with. But if you know him for many, many years, you're very rude to him. And that's kind of your acknowledgement of that friendship. That's kind of weird thing, and I think I have to think about that while I'll be away. So please welcome back Vladimir Fedorov.
Okay, there was a very, unfortunately, was a very interesting, singer-songwriter in Russia, Venya Dyrkin, and that is one of his songs. He passed away very young, but he left kind of a very formidable legacy. Можно гитару чуть-чуть? Она вообще звучит? Окей. Не похожая на стрижала, не похожая на бред. Удивительно, как цвет первой ранки весны. Необычная, как чушала, очевидная, как ложь. Ты по улице, ты по улице идешь, отлично из грязи тушь. И ты идешь по городу, и за тобой летят бабочки. И где ступают твои лодочки, там распускаются цветы шалала. Давай возьмемся за руки и полетим по радуге в страну волшебную, где будем вместе я и ты. И я не знаю, что со мной шалала, и мои будут друзья. И на все стороны ура, шалала. Я сегодня холостой, и я сегодня хучимен, хучи-кучимен. И ты сегодня чиусала. Ты узнаешь без проблем мой в ромашку Ситроен, колеса. И ты идешь по городу, и за тобой летят бабочки. И где ступают твои лодочки, там распускаются цветы шалала. Давай возьмемся за руки и полетим по радуге в страну волшебную, где будем вместе я и ты. Это одна из Вени Дыркина таких самых светлых песен. Ну и грех будет не вспомнить нашего любимого Бориса Борисовича Гребенщикова с его замечательной песенкой «Сын плотника». Блюз. Логин, сын плотника, пароль, начало. Логин, сын плотника, пароль, начало. Пока ты на суше, тебе не нужен причал. 40 лет в пустыне, горечи песка не отмыть. 40 лет в пустыне, ни горечи песка не отмыть. Но мучиться жаждой ты всегда любил больше, чем пить. чувствуешь, что небо, что земля один цвет. Когда глаза закрыты, что небо, что земля один цвет. Я не знаю, в кого ты стреляешь, кроме Бога здесь никого нет. Так дух за сыном плотника, ломись к началу начала. За сыном плотника, жми резину к началу началу. Когда ты будешь тонуть, поймешь, зачем был нужен причал.
All right, that was Vladimir Fedorov,
Thank you very much.
the guy with the guitar. You will always know him by the guitar. That's the only way I know him, because every time I say, who is this guy? Oh, only when I see his guitar I know it's Vladimir Fedorov. Other than that, as we saw tonight, there are lots of surprises, at least for me. So one of the surprises that performers just come up rising like, you know, the mushrooms after the rainy day. I mean, there comes the performer and, oh yeah, there's another one. Hey, yeah, there's another one. So the next number was actually prepared. That's I'm very glad about. So the number you're going to see has a little history behind it. It was a part of a play that was called The Strong Feelings. And that was, the play was a funny one. About Soviet Union times of the 30s and the relationships between different people. And the director, Yuri Rubenchik, who will be actually moving into his new theater very soon, after 20 years, and Vladimir Feigenman and Makor Center has greatly helped them to make the performances happen for the past 10 to 15 years. So about 10 to 12 plays that were performed, that were staged by the Krug Theater, Yuri Rubenchik is the director. They were helped by Senator Makor. So coming back to the play, so that, imagine yourself back in the day, in the 30s, poorly lit kitchen, and people starting to dance. And one that little device, probably the younger people don't know what it is about. It looks like a meat mincer or something like that. But basically, it is there to produce music, and it was called gramophone. Everybody some people do remember what it is. Some people don't. I do because I saw it in a picture. Other than that, I don't. So the next number is one of those little intermissions filled by the dancing numbers. So the play was intermitted by the dances, and this is the extended version of that dance. And the gramophone certainly is the major character. Please welcome The Strong Feelings.
Я живу в озвученной квартире. Есть у нас рояль и саксофон, громкоговоритель 4. И за каждой дверью патефон. И у меня есть тоже патефончик, только я его не завожу, потому что он меня прикончит, и я с ума от музыки схожу. И в кого такое только вышел, но прямо удивляю всю семью. Чуть я только песенку услышал, и я ее сейчас же запою. И в кого такое уродился, трудно мне с характером моим. Чуть я только в девушку влюбился, смотришь, а она уже с другим. Кошмар.
Vladimir Feigelman and Olga Lulkova. Don't forget your gramophone, please. It's not mine. You're in charge of it. Because the director, I saw him like signing a special petition to get that gramophone. So speaking of the nice surprises that we're going to be seeing tonight, I have very special guests who will be performing very special numbers because they know that where Vladimir is from, and the two Ukrainian songs will be performed by a very good friend of mine, very good friend of ours actually, Olga Lisovskaya, and accompanied by Vladimir Feigl. Boris Feigl, sorry.
So I received a request from Vladimir to especially for him. I'm going to sing his favorite Ukrainian song, Handza.
Чи
number, but the only concern is that Boris might not have learned all the lyrics. Did you learn? Вы выучили, Борис? Все время одно и то же. The same thing over and over. Каждый раз. Я сколько вас спросила? How many times have I asked you, please learn the lyrics? I mean, to be fair, it's a very, very tricky piece. It has a lot of lyrics in Italian because it's composed by Rossini on a very serious theme, Otello, you know, the tragedy, Otello. So, что, нет? Ну, попробуйте. Okay, he's gonna try. Okay, fine. Let's see. You have your mask. В маску пойте, да? Support, да? Дыхание. Давайте.
Мяу.
Ну, неплохо.
Мяу. Мяу.
Наконец-то выучил слова. Ладно. Молодец.
Olga Lisovskaya and Boris Feigl. It's not every day that an opera singer crushes into your party. And that was wonderful. Thank you very much. And I never knew that could be, I mean, a simple meow could be that talented. I mean, I do that every now and then, but it's never so talented. Malheureusement, j'oubliais presque tout que j'ai connu en français. Am I speaking French already? Yes. Only because I'm under the influence. And what I'm saying is that this night is full of surprises, especially for me. I'm not sure about Vladimir himself, but it's for me. I mean, every now and then they go, hey, I want to do a number. People just come in and say they want to say hello in their artistic way to Vladimir Feigelman. Some people come all the way down from France, and they certainly speak French. And please welcome our next performer, who probably resembles someone you've already seen, but all talented people look the same. So let's fly to France.
Sur mon cœur et soir, flottant sur vos épaules, vous n'êtes le vol, on aurait dit le roi, vous marchiez en mon cœur, au bois du demoiselle. Mon Dieu, qu'elle était belle, j'en ai peur dans mon cœur. Vous asseoir à la table, ici c'est froid dehors, ici c'est confortable, laissez-vous faire, mille, vous prenez bien vos cesses, vos peines sur mon cœur, et vos textes sur je reconnais, mille, vous n'avez jamais vu, je suis qu'une fille du port, une ombre de la rue. Dire qu'il suffit parfois qu'il y ait un navire pour que tout se déchire comme le navire s'en va. Il menait avec lui la douce yeux si tendre qui n'a pas su comprendre qu'elle brise votre vie. L'amour, ça fait pleurer. Comme quoi l'existence, ça vous donne toutes les chances pour les reprendre après. Allez, vous avez les démons, laissez-vous faire les leurs, venez de mourir, je soigne les démons, je chante la romance, je chante souriez-moi, Miller, mieux que ça, un petit effort pour la c'est ça. Allez rire, Miller, allez chanter, Miller, la 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 la
Zia.
Thank you.
Oh, merci. Is that, well, yeah, that was the only thing I knew in French. There comes a time in every party when it is time to dance. And luckily, it's not me who's going to be performing the next dance. There's something going on here.
Лихаєм ребе.
Лахаем Ребен, Лахаем Ребен, Лахаем Ребен.
Bravo!
It's called 55 and going.
Absolutely. I want to say something about along those lines about myself when I turned 55, but I'm not sure. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You are a part of this, and please give the round of applause for those who've been performing with Vladimir Feugelman. Thank you very much. That was excellent. It's really high time for dancing now. And who else but the next performer does that best? And I am delighted to invite here one of the best entertainers, at least of those I know, Liliana Glick. Please welcome.
Thank you so much. Volodya, that's for you. Happy birthday. The all songs gonna be for you and for you guys also. С днем рождения, Володенька. И все песни я посвящаю... Да, Володе. Ти мене написала масл, вдем тебе написала глип. Das Rädel soll sich überdrehen und bringen das Masel zurück. Die Welt ist beschaffen für jeden, beschaffen für jeden gleich. Ой, вдем тебе написала, хочу nur ein bisschen Masel, ein bisschen Glück. Ой, вдем тебе написала, хочу nur ein bisschen Masel, ein bisschen Glück. puzzle, but the mirgets meinen will sich, men kein so schön mehr nicht drügen, dem mehr nicht haben zurück. Ой, вон это написано, хочу написано мазал, написано глик. Ой, вон это написано, хочу написано мазал, написано глик. Где взять же немножечко счастья? А счастье удачи сродни. Крутись, колесо, возвращайся, и прежнее счастье верни. Мы равно смеемся и плачем, как только приходим на свет. Ой, где взять бы немножечко, ну хоть бы немножечко счастья пропало и нет. Ой, где взять бы немножечко, хоть бы немножечко счастья пропало и нет. Как будто в погоне за раем мы вечно за счастьем в пути, но часто мы счастье теряем, а после не можем найти. Его не вернешь, не догонишь, ему не помашешь рукой. Ой, в небе написано, хоть написано масса, написано клик. Ой, в небе написано, хоть написано. Ой, мазал, написано клик. Ой, мазал, написано клик. Ой, мазал, написано клик. Спасибо, друзья мои. А теперь я хочу всем пожелать счастья, удачи, мира и, конечно же, веселья, друзья мои. О, народ древний, Богом ты избран, чтобы пить слезы. Так сними обувь и станцуй танец на шипах розы. Жизнь твоя причесть, сыновья мудрые, жены все прелесть. На шипах розы, на шипах гетто ты станцуй фрейлес. Народ древний, смех твоей грусти, как пожар моря. Так настрой скрипку и сыграй радость на струне горя. Повенчай песни стих газов с тигром, а орла с рыбкой. Пусть дожди пляшут и снега плачут под твою скрипку. Так живи, надейся и почаще смейся над судьбой. Ветром ураганным смейся над врагами над собой. Смейся на здоровье, смейся на здоровье громче всех. Освящен любовью и оплачен кровью этот смех. О, народ древний, как раввин Тору, ты листал страны. Так раскрой небо, посчитай раны, как свои раны. Ты гоним ветром, ты палим солнцем, ты мечом мечен. Но враги смертные, палачи тленны, а народ вечен. Так живи, надейся и почаще смейся над судьбой. Ветром ураганным смейся над врагами над собой. Смейся на здоровье, смейся на здоровье громче всех. Освящен любовью
Okay, Davlet. Davlet, where are you? Disappeared. Davlet Avezov was your MC today. I would like to thank him for doing such a good job. Your applauses to Davlet. And before we will go and do our feast, really, we're ready. We prepared for you our famous chicken. I would like to ask Rabbi William Hamilton, Rabbi of Kehilat Israel, step in, because without blessing for Jews, that's no food at all. We're gonna go home hungry. Yes, I have everything.
Thank you, Vladimir. By the way, can we have a huge round of applause and affection for Vladimir? This is a tremendous, tremendous occasion. Wow. And let me just say, on behalf of David Williams, our synagogue president at Kehilat Israel, what an honor it is for us to be able to call the Center Makor one of our very, very important partners here on this entire campus, this entire vision. What you bring in terms of the level of professionalism and world-class talent is truly extraordinary. And we are honored to be able to call you a partner. So this is from the wine that was on your head, yes? In the bottle? Okay, good. And we'll say a bracha, and we'll also say l'chaim to our dear friend Vladimir Fogelman for 55 years, and as we say, until 120, with vigor and strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. L'chaim.
Somebody else? David.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
Have we sung to you yet?
No.
Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Mazel Tov U'Baracha, Yom Huledet Shelcha, V'chavireinu Vladimir Fogelman, Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday, Mazel Tov.
My Hebrew name is Zev. Okay. What?
That's everybody gonna sing with me. Let's try it. Lo mira le'ineinem ineinem dem Volodya dem ponim zayn, dem Volodya mikabel ponim zayn. Lo mira le'ineinem trinken a bisa levai. Lo mira le'ineinem trinken a bisa levai.